Have you ever noticed something strange? 5 minutes on social media feels like 30 seconds, but 5 minutes standing in a line can feel like an eternity. So, what's really going on? Why does waiting sometimes feel unbearable, even when the wait itself isn't that long? The answer lies in something psychologists call Q psychology, the hidden science of why some waits feel painless while others drive us crazy. And it all comes down to 6 surprisingly simple rules. Let's start with the first one. Rule number 1, unoccupied time feels longer than occupied time. Think about the last time you were waiting for something. Maybe a doctor's appointment, maybe your luggage at an airport. When you're standing there doing absolutely nothing, every second seems to drag on forever. But the moment you're distracted, time starts moving faster. That's why waiting rooms are filled with magazines, televisions, and music. It's also why airports often make you walk a considerable distance before reaching baggage claim. Part of your waiting time is spent doing something. So it doesn't feel like waiting at all. Your brain isn't measuring time like a stopwatch. It's measuring experience. When nothing is happening, your brain focuses on the wait itself, and that's what makes it feel longer, which leads directly to the second rule. People want to get started. Have you ever noticed how satisfying it is when a progress bar appears on your screen? Even if the download still takes 5 minutes, seeing that bar move makes the wait feel easier.
That's because people don't just want results. They want evidence that progress is happening. The same thing happens in restaurants. One reason servers bring drinks or bread before the main meal arrives is because it creates the feeling that the experience has already begun. Your brain stops thinking, I'm waiting. Instead, it starts thinking, I'm making progress. And that small shift can completely change how the wait feels. But there's something even worse than waiting, not knowing how long you'll be waiting. Rule number 3, uncertain waits feel longer than known waits. Imagine someone tells you you'll wait exactly 10 minutes. Not ideal, but manageable. Now imagine they tell you nothing. Maybe it'll be 2 minutes. Maybe it'll be an hour. Suddenly, the same wait feels much more stressful. Humans are surprisingly good at handling bad news. What we struggle with is uncertainty. When you know what to expect, you can plan around it. You can relax, you can make decisions. But when you have no idea what's happening, your brain stays on high alert. And that's why even a short, uncertain wait can feel longer than a much longer predictable one. But uncertainty isn't the only thing that frustrates us. There's another factor that can make waiting feel even worse. Rule number 4, unexplained waits feel longer than explained waits.
Imagine a friend is supposed to meet you for dinner. An hour passes and they say nothing. You'd probably be annoyed. Now, imagine they send a message explaining exactly why they're late. The wait hasn't changed, but your reaction probably has. Humans naturally search for explanations. We want reasons. We want context. Without it, our brains start filling in the blanks themselves, and usually with the worst possible assumptions. That's why delays feel easier to accept when someone clearly explains what's happening. A simple explanation gives the wait meaning, and once a wait makes sense, it becomes far easier to tolerate. But there is one thing people hate even more than unexplained delays: unfairness. Rule number 5, unfair waits feel longer than fair waits. Have you ever seen someone cut in line? The reaction is usually immediate. People get angry fast, not because the wait suddenly became much longer, but because fairness was violated. Humans are incredibly sensitive to fairness. We constantly watch to make sure everyone is following the same rules. When someone skips ahead, it feels like a personal injustice. That's why first come, first serve systems are so effective.
Everyone understands the rules. Everyone gets treated equally. And when people believe the process is fair, they're far more willing to wait. Which brings us to the final rule, and it might be the most important one of all. Rule number 6, anxiety makes waits feel longer. Have you ever noticed how time slows down when you're nervous? Maybe before an exam, before an interview, or while waiting for important news. The same thing happens in queues. When people worry about losing their spot, missing out, or being treated unfairly, the wait instantly feels longer. Stress stretches time. The more anxious you become, the slower the clock seems to move. That's why reducing uncertainty, explaining delays, creating fairness, and keeping people occupied all work so well. They don't actually shorten the wait, they simply reduce anxiety. And that's the secret behind Q psychology. The biggest discovery isn't that people hate waiting, it's that people don't really hate waiting at all. What they hate is feeling bored, feeling uncertain, feeling ignored, feeling treated unfairly. In other words, it's not the length of the wait that matters most, it's how the wait feels. And once you understand that, you'll never look at a queue the same way again.